Hello there, and a very warm welcome to the Overseas Guys Company's YouTube presentation. Well, I've been looking at reasons why many people these days seek to move abroad. I think there are several main reasons. I'd love to hear from you to know why you want to move abroad. Presumably, just by listening to this, you must have some interest in moving away from England. I think one of the reasons could be cost of living. There's no doubt that the cost of living has increased greatly in the UK, and when you consider that I think employment income hasn't really kept in line in the same rate as the actual cost of living, you can see why in real terms today the pound in your pocket is worth far less than it was, for example, 10 years ago. Although many countries, of course, in Europe are also suffering from the recession, still there are those who believe that in fact the UK is one of the most expensive countries to live in. And as I say, one needs to earn an awful lot more these days to maintain the same sort of lifestyle. So I think that's a big pull. Secondly, although it may seem a little bit fanciful possibly, there's the issue of the weather. I don't need to tell you what an awful summer it's been in the UK so far. I think that the weather actually has a great influence on our lives, and we've certainly noticed that. We love living as we do in the south of France, where it's extremely sunny for much of the year and warm. And I think this makes a big difference, probably even more so that the older you get. It has a big impact on our lives, a real big impact, especially for older people who miss the sun. So I think that's possibly a very important reason why people seek sunnier climes. A lot of people, I think, move abroad because of retirement, even though the actual breakdown between the number of older and the number of younger expats moving overseas may not have changed over the years. There's no doubt that a significant number of people of all ages are now looking to start a new life somewhere overseas. There are people, I think, who've lived all their lives in the UK, have saved up and have seen their savings going to nothing, and they want to have a better quality of life generally. It's highly likely, perhaps you're one of them, that you've been planning a move overseas for many, many years, and finally when you get to retirement age, your children have flown the nest, you want to perhaps start again, have a new life. I think this leads on to the next reason, which is that I think many people are looking for a challenge these days. If you're young, healthy and willing to take on a challenge in somewhere that maybe isn't completely familiar, this is probably something that has really become much more important over the years. Even if you're not young, as I say, if you're older again, people want sometimes to up sticks, have an adventure. It gives you a new lease of life. When we moved to France, we realised that we're moving somewhere that's vaguely familiar, and we're still in Europe, different language, however, but also it really does give you a sort of an impetus to get moving, to make the most of life and to be happy. And not only that, it's a much more peaceful and tranquil life. A lot of people are looking for that these days when the UK has, in our view, changed immeasurably. So I think those are some of the reasons. Perhaps you'd like to email me or call our office for any more information on this, but I'd love to know also why you are thinking of moving abroad and where you're moving to or thinking of moving to, because it's really interesting to note how this is becoming a big deal in a lot of people's lives. It's easier, of course, the world's got a lot smaller and communication is easier. So do email, I'd love to know your views on this. Equally, as always, do write to me or call our office if you'd like any more information at all about moving anywhere. We've got lots and lots of information on our website, which is regularly updated, and we always look forward to hearing from you. So I will leave you for now, and I hope this finds you well, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.